I'm going to make sure it's live on Instagram right now. It's live over here. I'm going to make sure that we are all set with sound. It takes a delayed minute or a couple of seconds here. Instagram's let me know we're live over there. Facebook, there we go. I'm going to check the sound. All right. Ready? Hey everybody, welcome to the Team Powerhouse Show, live with you every Tuesday night. A very special guest sitting beside me today. Her name is Andrea Savino with Perfectly Planned Parties. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely,
Happy to be here.
Absolutely. We got our Team Powerhouse tumblers here. You get your pink one. Good to see. Lots of fun over here. Our guests get to have great tumblers and have some fun while we're together. And everybody who's watching and listening, please feel free to reach out, comment, questions. Definitely check out Perfectly Planned Parties on Facebook. No, is that Facebook?
Perfectly Planned Parties by Andrea on Facebook.
By Andrea, and on Instagram as well.
Perfectly Planned Parties CT on Instagram.
Awesome. So we are, again, very excited to have you on the show today. I've got a list of things to talk about with you. Just letting you guys know, I'm joined by someone who takes entertaining to a whole new level. Andrea Savino of Perfectly Planned Parties, from charcuterie artistry to full event coordination. She is the magic behind the scenes, turning visions into unforgettable memories. I mean, you do it all. When it comes to planning a party, there's so many different things that a homeowner or a person wants to plan a party that goes through their head. They're freaking out. They don't know what to do first, but then they can call you.
They can call me.
They can call you and take the stress off their shoulders.
Absolutely.
And they can go ahead and know that everything's going to be taken care of. And I'm sure they have 1,000 questions for you.
They do.
And you make them feel relaxed.
I hope so. I mean, that's the goal.
Absolutely. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about, did you always have a passion for hosting, or did it evolve into this incredible, how did it evolve into this incredible business?
So I have enjoyed hosting parties. However, I've been in the industry for about 30 years.
Wow.
So I started in restaurants, catering, kind of escalated from there. Always had other jobs. This was always my part-time job.
No kidding.
Learned a lot, and I decided to start my own business.
In being in the restaurant business, you see the trials and tribulations in a restaurant, what goes on, and then you think to yourself, like, okay, here I've got people who need the resources. And instead of pulling and calling 10 different people, they can just call you, because you have all the pieces of the puzzle to plan a party. Correct. Which is super important. I love how you blended elegance with warmth in everything you do. Your events feel both elevated and personal. You make the parties very personal. You create a very special vibe in these parties. Mm-hmm. You offer such a wide range of services: event consultation, yes. Staffing, bartenders, servers, correct. Kitchen help. Mm-hmm. How do you manage such a seamless operation?
I'm not sure that's seamless, but thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely. Nobody really knows what goes on behind the scenes, right?
Correct.
You make everything look like everything's fine. It's chaos, but I mean, like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, right?
I'm a very calm person, so I think that helps a lot. So I probably make it look pretty easy.
Absolutely. I bet you have great people that you're connected to in industries, people. Right? Different kind of,
yes.
You do a lot of different kind of things in this event planning. Do you want to kind of go over, as we talked about over here, the different parts of your party planning and what you do?
Sure. Yeah. So I do a little bit of party planning. I do the catering. I do charcuterie, grazing tables, food stations.
Oh, wow.
I have staff that I bring along with me, so servers, bartenders. So it's kind of an all-inclusive, whatever you need, yes. I can help you with. If you need decor, if you need flowers, I have connections, DJs, whatever you need. So
that's an important part to the planning process, is knowing that there's maybe people, when they call you up, they don't even know what they need, mm-hmm. because they don't
Correct.
Know what's going to happen.
You don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
It's one of the best statements I've ever heard, right? Right? You don't know what you don't know. And because when they sit down with you, they start with one idea, and it probably develops into things as you're listening to what they want.
Exactly.
And then what happens is they've got a whole orchestra of things going on that they didn't know that they needed to know.
Correct.
They're so pumped up and excited about the whole process. and
Yes.
you get to go and relax and enjoy it, and not to stress about making sure things are happening. My wife, when we have parties at our house, she loves to have parties, but the party she doesn't get to enjoy them because she's involved in doing all the things, whether it's
Right.
making drinks for people or getting the food out.
Mhm.
So when you have somebody who can really make that life simpler for the people who want to have the parties and have you there to have
Right.
orchestra.
And that's exactly what we do. We make it easy, stress free. We pretty much do it all, so you don't have to worry about it. And like you said, you don't know what you don't know. You don't realize what you need.
Absolutely.
Like some people say to me, well, why do I need a server? Well, someone needs to clean up.
Absolutely.
So it's either you're going to clean up or we're going to clean up.
And let me tell you something, cleanup is no fun. When you have somebody
Right.
cleaning up after a party,
You can't
that is
enjoy your party.
huge.
Absolutely.
Because you're exhausted by the end of the night.
Yeah.
You want to relax and just kind of mellow out.
Exactly.
I like that very
Mhm.
much. All right. Let's talk about those charcuterie boards a little bit.
Yeah.
I know that the first time I met you was at an event we had here at the office,
Yes.
and our friend who we love, who mentioned his name, that we know each.
Yeah.
Um,
Sam Cantrell.
Yep, Sam
Hi, Sam.
Cantrell. Thank you for introducing us over here. We met at an event at our office over here, and you brought out this charcuterie board, and everybody was just kind of congregating to the charcuterie board.
Yes.
Board. A lot of special treats over there. You've become very well known for them.
Mhm.
What goes into creating a signature look? Is that a fair question?
It's a fair question.
Although it could be changing depending on what people want on them, or do you have different ideas?
Yeah, I mean, lately I've been working with a lot of themes. If people have a theme party, I try to come up with certain things. But I think everyone that does charcuterie has their own signature kind of look. I like to use those little dried oranges. I think that's kind of
absolutely
my signature. But I mean, it's done a certain way, and you kind of know. So I think now people know my work, and when they see it, they probably know it's me.
Let me ask you a question. Do people ever say to you, okay, I don't like certain kind of meats, or I don't like certain kind of cheeses, or I don't like certain kind of things,
100%.
right? Or they're allergic to something, or can I have one charcuterie board for this kind of people? Maybe a vegetarian charcuterie board and a meat eater charcuterie board, or a combination of both. And I know you have these delicious nuts and the honey. When I look at a charcuterie board, it's like I feel like a kid. It's like going to the candy store, all these different candies.
Absolutely.
And you're like trying a little bit each one, and then you're mixing and matching, and then you put the cracker with the cheese, and then a little meat, and then a little honey. I mean, the figs, the whole thing.
It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, I honestly eat cheese pretty much all day. So, it's wonderful.
What about some of the kind of cheeses you use for your charcuterie boards? Is that something that's a good question, maybe?
It's a good question. When I started out, I didn't know a lot about cheese. So I was, shopping at different stores and that kind of thing. And then I discovered Murray's cheese shop in New York City.
Wow.
Connected with them. And so now I order from them. They
That's
have the
fantastic.
best cheeses. Honestly, they're amazing.
They're fresh. They're delicious.
Yes.
I mean, talking about a charcuterie board, I wish I could say to you that I can imagine one right in the table right over here, and I would be chowing the whole time. My wife and I love charcuterie boards.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. How do you approach crafting, grazing, platters, and gourmet stations that impress both visually and flavor-wise? So let's talk about your stations you have. What kind of options for stations do people have at parties? Can they have?
Well, actually, it's funny. I have an event coming up, a wedding, and they're going to have a New England station because we are in New England.
Absolutely.
But I've done Asian stations as well. We can do, taco stations, whatever anyone wants.
So you could have different kind of themes and different kind of areas of the party, and depending on how big the place is. Do a lot of the parties happen at people's homes or at an event place? Does it make a difference?
I do a lot of parties in homes, and I customize the grazing table so it kind of starts as a traditional grazing table with your meats and your cheeses, and then we kind of go into, maybe we'll put a section that's the taco section, that kind of thing. So it really depends on someone's budget, how creative you want to get with it. So I like to customize everything I do.
I like that.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm getting hungry, Val, in case you're watching this. My wife Valerie is a great cook, and she likes to always have that. She's one of those people that make food. She would be in the element of liking to be a part of it. It's that it's so much work.
It is so much work.
People
it is
have
so much work.
I mean, I know when she's doing things,
Mhm.
how and craziness that things happening. Then
Yeah.
there's so many like while you're planning a party, obstacles happen, and you got to
Mhm.
keep moving, going right through it the whole time, right?
Keep moving.
Got to keep moving. I mean, I'm sure you have stories to tell us about like situations that have happened. I'm not sure if you want to share things that have happened or challenges that you run into and how you kind of get past it.
I'm going to be honest. There's always a challenge.
I believe you.
I mean, we do have very seamless events, but there's always something. And I'm talking whether it be a tiny little thing to a big thing. But actually, we had an incident I will tell you about for 4th of July where, we had everything kind of set up. There was a downpour,
Oh,
and one of the staff went right to the laundromat and dried all of the linens, and that's what we do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's full service.
That's full service.
That's on your feet acting fast.
100%.
No kidding. I thought you were going to tell me they went to the thing and they didn't come back. They disappeared. They're out.
Unfortunately, it continued to rain, but
you made it work.
But we made it work.
And the people who are planning this party, can you imagine the stress they're under? You're giving them the stress. You're taking the stress away from them. Really.
We do our best.
Because
sure.
I mean, I can't imagine you having a party, you get all ramped up for this. You've been planning for weeks and months, whatever. And then Mother Nature takes its toll.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
you know how to make it. You just roll with the punches.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
We got it.
Andrea's got everything.
Keep talking.
The boards are works of art. You're not just serving food. You're telling stories through the flavors and design. And that's the truth. Many people underestimate how chaotic an event can be. Can you explain what your day of coordinators do and how crucial they are?
So it depends on what they're doing.
I mean, you have a lot of different kind of activities happening in a
right. Yeah, a day of coordinator can do many things. I mean, I think people typically know them as for weddings and stuff like that, but they really can do any event. And typically, it's a month out that we kind of start working with them, and they get the general idea of how the day's going to go. So they start right in the morning, like 8 a.m. Whether it be someone needs to get their hair and makeup done, and then they need to go over and get photos. And so that person is with them kind of every step of the way.
I love it.
Walking them through it. So it works wonderful. I would suggest it to anyone to have someone there, for any kind of event to just run your day.
That I never even thought about the hair and makeup kind of thing. That's absolutely true. I mean, like having people and staff planning out every part of your day, like you said in the morning, getting hair and makeup done. Wow. Mm-hmm. I didn't know you guys, that's amazing. You guys have access. Wow.
And to be honest, I think it's hard for people to put their trust in someone that their day is going to go well,
Absolutely.
So you have people that don't do events, so they're not really sure. So they're nervous already. Yes. But even the people that do know how to do events, you're putting your trust in someone.
100%.
So I like to think that
you probably save marriages, relationships.
Maybe.
I would definitely listen. When I know, and my wife and I, if we have some kind of event, I mean, the stress is happening. She's got to get ready. I've got to get ready. If you have kids, what's going on with them? The dog, what's going on with that? Exactly. Getting the food, getting it's a lot of things happening.
It's a lot of running around.
It's a lot.
Even if you have someone in events, you're still kind of running around. You know what I mean? You're cleaning your house.
Right. Absolutely. Clean the house.
Throwing everything in the closet.
Right.
And,
You just made me think about my daughter. She's got dolls in every room, everywhere, all the time. And it's like, Drew, you just cleaned the room up and you went and you came back out and it's like all of a sudden Barbie is everywhere. And you're like, oh my gosh. Anyway, everybody needs someone like you in their corner on event day. It's clear and your team brings calm, class, and control. Absolutely true. Absolutely I made a bunch of notes for myself over here in case you know that I'm reading things because it's important to make sure you guys understand what's happening here. How do you customize your services based on the type of event, whether it's a baby shower, a wedding, corporate gathering, or a milestone birthday? How do you kind of...
So I guess, it's really based on what someone's needs are, I've got a bridal shower coming up. And, she kind of started with, she was unsure about what she was going to need. So we kind of went through the list.
Yes.
And then, because you need bar services, do you need bar, for the bridal shower, do you want to have a signature drink? Do you want to have Prosecco? Do you want to have, what kind of flowers do you want? And then I think slowly as you talk to people, this one's going to take this on and this one's going to take this on. So it really just depends. but I can customize whatever anyone needs.
You
So
know-
I can either start with it, end with it, not end with it. It just depends.
In talking with you, what I'm realizing is things that I would not even have thought of, right? You come up with, you say things, maybe the customer is talking to you about my thought process. And while you're listening to them talk about their thought process, you're going, okay, we're missing A, B, C, D, and E. Let me introduce these ideas. And they're like, oh my God, what a great idea. I love that. Oh my God, I need that, right? I mean, that has to kind of
Or I didn't think about that, or,
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the feedback you hear most often from clients after an event ends? And I can guess the answer to that one.
The feedback has always been good. I can honestly say I don't really ever have bad feedback, although, maybe they just are trying to be nice, but
no, I
don't think so.
I don't know. I think people, if they were unhappy, they would let people know.
I think so.
I think you take away the stress and you bring when a party is over, there's a couple things I've always remembered. You need to make sure their glasses are full and their bellies are full.
Yes.
And if they've had good drink, good food, the atmosphere just kind of comes together, right? And things happen throughout a party, but you're picking up the pieces, seeing things in advance happen. You're like, what's that movie with Terminator, where you see things in advance happening, like you see the future of things happening, so you're in front of it.
Well, you have to pay attention, to everything around you.
And when it comes to, let's say, if it's a couple, you ever find that maybe the husband has certain wants versus the wife has certain wants?
Absolutely.
And what kind of, would you say, things that, what do the guys tend to want? Is there a certain kind of thing that guys like?
The guys, in the end, want what the wife wants, or soon to be wife.
Absolutely. Good answer.
Good answer for them.
100%.
Right.
Let's see. I might be repeating my questions, Alicia. Please forgive me.
Okay.
How do you customize your services based on a type of event, whether there's maybe we talked about that already. You have a great gift for making each event feel unique and meaningful. Absolutely true. What are some exciting things on the horizon for perfectly planned parties?
So I've got a lot of different things that I'm working on. Some I don't really want to divulge.
Okay.
But I'm hoping that we bring a kind of a cart service in. I was hoping to do a charcuterie cart and have that available. Yeah. And then, you can always have a bar cart, some different things. I'm limited to the space that I have. So that's kind of the challenge right now.
Well, when you have
eventually
do you visit people's homes and kind of get an idea of like a plan? I'm guessing when you go to someone's house, some people have larger homes, some people have smaller homes. So based on their home living, I'm sure it kind of helps you give a plan of an idea. Do you ever maybe move things around? Hey, we should move this maybe furniture around to kind of open up space over
100%.
here. I would think, and it has to open up. Again, I think about my house, right? And we have a ranch house, and I like my house very much. And there's only so much space you have, but then you have a deck outside. So maybe you're doing some parts where it's inside here, and then maybe it goes out to the deck because you don't want all the people maybe congregating in one area. And it kind of helps move people around their home or out their backyard.
Right.
Are you also, when you do things outside, maybe people who have tents and that kind of stuff as well, or different kind of people involved in?
Right. So I've got an Airbnb wedding actually in September.
That's exciting.
So that will be from start to finish, which will be bringing in the tent, bringing in everything. Really, actually, I have that in 2 weeks as well. So I have a lot of houses, a lot of small. People are not doing the enormous weddings anymore. They're just not. It's really expensive.
It really is expensive.
Right. So if someone has a home that they can have it in, or someone has a friend or a family member, a lot of them are having them at their house.
I have to say that I would agree with you 100%. The cost of doing things has gotten very expensive.
Yes.
And depending on how many guests you have, a lot of
like
my family is massive. I've got my mom has 5 sisters.
Wow.
Each one of my mom's sisters has got 3+ kids, if you will. When we have an event, it's like you have 50, 60 people, just the first layer. That doesn't mean that the other sections, 120 people show up at an event. That's kind of like craziness, right? That's a mini wedding.
Yeah.
So having someone like you to be able to plan things out for different holidays or different kind of events is aces.
Yeah.
And I know what my wife is watching right now. She's probably going, oh, great, so we're planning a party. That's exactly what she's thinking right now.
You are planning a party.
We're planning a party. And I got some ideas that are coming to my mind right now as we're talking about that. I'm not going to
But
say
you're
out loud,
welcome.
though. Absolutely, yes. If someone is considering working with you, what's the best way to start the conversation with you? Like, well, how do they get in touch with you, and what's a good way to kind of like?
I mean, I do have a website, and you can certainly contact me there. It asks a bunch of questions. However,
What is the website?
It's www.perfectlyplannedpartyct.com.
Okay.
I have a cell phone that it's just easier to text me.
All right. Well, what's the number for your cell phone?
203
Yes.
214
Yes.
1618.
Okay, that's 203-214-1618. And this is not a dating service, right? We're talking about.
This is not a dating service.
This is specifically about party planning over here. So,
exactly.
Andrea, it's definitely something that people that want to make sure to get in contact. So it's perfectlyplannedpartyct.com.
Yes.
And 203-214-1618.
Correct.
Excellent.
So they can, anyone can just send me a message. We'll set up a time to talk and we'll go over everything. And even if you just have questions and you're unsure, call me.
I liked it. She's easy to work with,
Yeah.
easy to get a hold of, and she's not as, she's going to take the nervousness and stress out of your lives to keep you relaxed. Like we're doing here in this podcast.
I'm going to keep the nervousness for you right here.
She's going to hold all the stress in while you're relaxed. I love it. Listen, this party planning thing is exciting. It's a lot of fun. What is your number one goal for your business?
I think, it's been a struggle for, I'm over 50 now. And it's been a struggle financially. I'm kind of doing everything on my own. So hopefully I'll have a little more financial freedom in the future.
I would see that. You know what's going to happen? Your business will have to blow up and you get so crazy busy. You have to hire more and more people.
Exactly.
Right.
And in addition to that, I just, I like to collaborate. I like to help. I have a lot of staff that are my friends, and same thing goes for them. I want them to be okay too. And
you cover most of the state. Are there any areas that you don't cover in Connecticut? Are you basically all over Connecticut? I know.
No, I mean I'm obviously on the shoreline. I'm in Brantford, Connecticut.
Great on the shoreline, very easy.
Yes,
obviously,
definitely. One would make a joke that I have clients that are all on the water, so I'm on the water a lot.
Excellent.
But yes, I go everywhere.
And what are some of your favorite foods to cook?
Asian style food, and it's very popular right now. I'm sure most of you know. Dumplings. People love dumplings.
We love dumplings.
Yeah, all those kinds of things. So.
It's funny you say that because my daughter loves dumplings, and you go and I'm going to say the frozen ones, but you go and you buy these frozen things and you microwave them, and my daughter loves them. She loves dumplings. My wife loves dumplings, and there's so many kind of dumplings you can have too.
Right.
And they're kind of sauces and flavors you add to the great stuff.
I mean, ahi tuna and fried wontons is really popular right now too, so I do a lot of that.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah.
What's a mind shift that has helped you the most? Where have you seen, what has gotten you to kind of be the motivated person you are that keeps you driven?
I think I've had a few struggles in my lifetime.
But she's helped you push you forward.
It's pushed me forward.
And the people 100%. Who you work with, they love you and they appreciate you. And that's got to keep you going too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a compliment to you.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this for how long, you said?
I was about 30 years.
I mean, that's a long time to be in this business and make it.
Yeah. I've been working like this for a really long time. So I just figured if I'm going to work this hard, you might as well just do it for yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Andrea Savino, Perfectly Planned Parties. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
I hope that I didn't ask you too many crazy questions over here. If you need Andrea, please call her. Her number again is 203-214-1618. And the website is perfectlyplannedpartiesct.com.
Correct.
Makes it nice and easy.
I hope to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Andrea.
Thank you.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us here on the show tonight. What an amazing show with Andrea. Please get in touch with her. She will take amazing care of you. Talk to you soon, everybody.